Hey, what's up? If you haven't seen my face before, my name is Zan. What's good? I'm an artist, director, poet, dancer, pretty well cultivated artist, I'd say. If this is your first time reading to my channel, hey, what's good? How you doing? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling fulfilled. My socials are gonna be over here. If you wanna give me a follow, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So, as you can see by the title, I have some beef that I want to get out. I have some grievances that I want to air out because if y'all saw my most recent video, my health update, I had a health scare. I talk about it more in detail in the video. I'm good now, but having a health scare makes you think about a lot of things and makes your perspective shift a little bit. And in me thinking, in me just like pondering, I started to like realize on social media how much more sensitive I became to health. How much more sensitive I became to health content because it was on my mind all the time. And I started to notice things and feel a certain type of way that I had never felt before. And I just want to air these things out with you because they kind of bother me. And I don't know, I feel like health is something that's very intimate. And I feel like health is something that is shown very inauthentically. And I want to talk about that. And I want to be able to like help get rid of that, you know? So I've been thinking about like internet culture, and like y'all have seen like on social media how people will be promoting working out a certain way, eating a certain way, mostly with the intention and goal to get a certain type of body, right? Mostly with the intention and goal to have a super small waist or a big ass or have six-pack abs or whatever the case may be, right? These things are usually body focused. And I just wanted to talk to you about some of my beef with like internet health culture, because I feel like it's extremely like inauthentic and unrealistic and unhealthy. And I'm gonna go into my reasons why I feel that way. I have my laptop here because I can never remember. I can never remember things, so I'm gonna read it off my laptop. So I said my beef with internet culture, how social media culture, environment. It's unrealistic, therefore unhealthy and damaging. Why? 1, it expects you to work your body out like a machine that doesn't need rest. There's this concept of no excuses and vigorous workouts that exist in the workout world. And while I do think that's suitable and works for some, it's not for all. Sometimes working out is simply to build strength, endurance, or keep your blood flowing. It doesn't have to be to get a six-pack if that's not what you want from it. And yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like working out is something that is different for everybody, but we so often see the extremes, and that can be kind of frustrating to not see working out in a manner that is regular, if that makes sense. Because I feel like people be doing too much. Like, if it's for you, it's for you. That's fine. But for me, I just kind of feel like if you're only ever seeing the extensiveness, that can kind of twist and warp your mind about what working out really is, because it doesn't have to look like that for everybody. Working out can be going on a walk. Working out can be going, for a light jog. Like, I guess my beef is like, with that is really, I feel like health should be more simplified. And people make health complicated, which therefore makes it harder for people to engage with being healthy. That's my beef. Yeah. So, number 2, it encourages you to feel guilty and doesn't offer forgiveness and ease in such an emotional space. Making a lifestyle change is not easy. It's hard. Probably one of the hardest things that you'll ever do. And I think in this space, grace needs to be more present. Shame and punishment rarely actually reap the benefits that they claim. So you ate too many french fries or too much fried food in general. Be mindful to eat more greens during your next meal. That's it. Harmony and balance. No punishment and shame. Just do better next time. Trust yourself that you will do better and let it go. So yeah, this one I feel like is self-explanatory too. I feel like working out is so often, not working out, I feel like eating well or eating right is so often regulated and stipulated and restricted, and you're made to feel guilty like if you eat something that's not particularly healthy. And I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. The human body is gonna crave food that's salty sometimes. It's gonna crave food that's fatty sometimes. What's important is that you don't engage in the type of diet consistently. Not that you don't do it at all. To me, my opinion. So that's point 2. Moving on to point 3. Coming from my last point, it doesn't take into scope the full idea of body health. Your bodily health is deeply influenced by your mental space, your stress levels, your support system, if you feel loved, accepted, if you feel heard and cared for, if you feel safe. Yes, eating well and exceeding are important, but you can't disconnect the spiritual from the physical. I said exceeding. Yes, eating well and exercising are important. But you can't disconnect the spiritual from the physical. If that spiritual is messed up, the body will follow. Period. So my point here is more so like, everything is emotional to me. Everything is spiritual to me personally. And all of these are obviously my opinion. And I guess I just feel like working out is really emotional for me. It's a real spiritual process for me. It's not just get up, go it and go do it. Like, it doesn't work like that for me. For me, it is very much like, and not even just working out and eating right, the concept of health and wellness in general, that embodies how I feel. That embodies my mental space. My mental space is going to affect what my cravings are. My mental space is going to affect how I look at my body, how my body even feels. Like, the hormones that are going through me, the space I am in my life, the changes I'm going through, those are going to affect my physical health as well. And I feel like, again, people just say those are excuses. You're using excuses. Those are valid reasons for your body to be out of whack. And at no point in here am I trying to say that, like, I'm trying to encourage laziness. At no point in here am I trying to encourage poor diet. At no point in here am I trying to encourage like not doing the best for yourself. My point more so is, it's not so black and white. There are more things to consider. It's not so you either do it this way or you failed. You either 1 or 2. And I feel like that's how health and like body imagery and overall wellness looks oftentimes. And that's unfair, because when you make things so black and white, people feel like they can't exist in that space at all. They're like, oh, either I'm lazy or I'm doing everything correctly, therefore it's kind of impossible for me to do. You know, when you don't like explore those gray areas, when you don't allow space for those gray areas to exist, people feel like they're incapable and that they're fucking up and that they're wrong and that there's something wrong with them, when there's nothing. That's, yo, my lip gloss has been on my face that whole time, y'all didn't tell me. That's crazy. Y'all fake for that. Anyways, but people will feel like they're wrong. People will feel like they should be shamed, they should be punished, they get down on themselves. And I guess this is a really like soft spot for me, because I'm someone who's went through all these feelings regarding like my own health, feeling guilty, feeling shamed, feeling like there's no space for me to really exist within my health and really be healthy. And I'm starting to understand now that like health is something that is so personal, it's something that is so intimate, and it's something that like the gray area of what health looks like for each individual person is so broad that when I see these things, it makes me mad, because you're really fucking with people's like mental, really fucking with people's lives. There's so much false information out there. Like, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I'm definitely going to be talking about health more in my series on my channel, because like I want to educate people on it, because that was a little rant that went off of from the that I had written down. That was a little rant. So we're gonna get back to this, but speaking of false information, that does actually tie into my last point. So on my last point, I say internet health culture doesn't actually tell you how to be healthy per se. Most online health personalities that I've seen really focus on bodies, counting calories, and counting macros and all other types of things, but I don't see people talking about high blood pressure, which is often caused by eating too much salt. High blood pressure is literally known as the silent kiss. High blood pressure is literally known as the silent killer, because most people don't know they have high blood pressure until it's applying pressure to their life. I thought I was being funny. It's not funny now that I'm reading it, but I'm gonna keep it in there because it's a little funny. It's a little funny, but yeah. So that's to deal with high blood pressure. I don't see people talking about LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol in your blood. Having a healthy heart rate. I don't see people talking about having a healthy heart rate, and I don't see people talking about having a healthy good blood sugar level. The internal numbers, not just the external look. And maybe people don't talk about it because they aren't aware. I don't know, but I do know I want to talk about it with y'all. I want to increase my education in these things, share them with y'all, and overall just grow in my health, do things that will keep me on this planet longer and stronger. So yeah, that's like my rant. That's my beef with like internet health culture. I just feel like health is something that is so sensitive. It's really a sensitive spot for a lot of people. That's why people, you know, alter themselves in certain ways so they can feel and look, and they can feel good about themselves in certain ways. That's not always health related, but I kind of consider it in that same like wellness aspect, like how you feel about yourself, how your body feels, yada yada yada. Yeah, so that's my beef. I just feel like it's real fucked up to take advantage of people who have genuine health issues, have insecurities about their health, how they look, how they feel within themselves, who are just like weak in their wellness journey, who just don't have like a hold over their wellness yet. It makes me upset to see people take advantage of that, putting out so much false information. Like, have y'all seen those if I can find a picture of it, I'm gonna put it in the video. Have y'all seen those like fake ads, like those like ads that talk about like I can't even explain it. It'll show like the progression of like someone like losing weight, like while they're running. It'd be like an animation of someone running and like them losing weight, and I'll be like 52 weeks above it. Like it'll show like how long it took the animation to lose the weight, right? Or like there'll be like a picture of like those people who have different types of tummies, and like it shows like what type of diet you need to have to like get rid of your stomach. Like fake ass bullshit like that that has no type of basis behind it. Like, it just makes me upset. I want my purpose here, my goal here is to open people's ideas about health a little bit more, as well as to soothe people in the fact that like if your health journey looks a certain type of way, that's okay. If your health journey does not look like everybody else's, that is okay. Like it is 100% good. It's like oh, is it playing? That got me scared. But it is 100% okay for your health journey to look different than someone else's. Just because your body don't look a certain way doesn't mean you're fucked up. And just because, you know, I feel like I'm rambling a lot, and I feel like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel like I'm not expressing myself as well as I could, or as well as I have in the past. So I do apologize if I'm all over the place. I think the subject kind of gets me like emotional, so I'm not explaining myself as best as I can, but I hope I'm making sense. I just want the idea of health to be widened from what we see on social media, point blank period. That's what I want. I want the idea of health to be widened from what we see on social media, and I want people to start taking control of their health in the way that works for them, not the way that social media has told them, not the way that like social media told them how they want to look or how they should feel, but in the way that works for them, what they need for them, what works best for their health, their body, their mind, their emotional well-being, all that. So yeah. Also, I would like to end this video by saying I am not a doctor. I am not a certified medical health professional by any means. This whole video is just encompassing my opinions and information that I have researched and information that I have experienced myself personally. So, yeah, that's pretty much my piece. That's all I really wanted to say to y'all. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for taking the time to click on this. I appreciate you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.